All in the wrist, watch how I flip. Watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Check, check. Lucky. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you one to the line of scrimmage. If he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Let's get there. 5.
A play fake. Now Warner. And that's complete to Cooks. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. 53. Now.
On 1st and 10, Warner. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Warner from the gun. On the crossing route, complete. That's Holt. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ready to break. 52's the mark. Check. 52's the mark. Hey, lock it. Heavy on the edges. Heavy.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Warner. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Got it.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Yes, yes.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Deep river.
Out of the gun, here's Warner. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
He's crashing. He's checking. Hey. Alert 3. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, Sam on. Check 3. General West. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
On the ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check tight. Get.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Go. At the 46-yard line. Hey, Mike 52. Hey, Charlie. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey.
Five.
To throw on 2nd down, Warner. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Watch the motion. Takes 3, snap.
From the gun, Warner. Throw left side complete. That's Gonzalez. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
10 Lobo. I got it. Go. Safety's creeping. Ready.
On first down, Dickerson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Ashawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama. A big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he was going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Check. 53 is mine. 3. Rock it. Time go. Hit it.
On second down, Warner. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is taken at about the 14. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Orbit. 52's the mark, boy. 52.
Now Warner. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
You got 4. Key 81.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. 4 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
What we got?
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Complete to Newsome. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And the Browns first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run. Charles. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go. And Lobo. 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 24.
A 1st down carry here for Charles. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Ready up. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Get it.
2nd and 13. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Chubb running right, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Watch twist.
2nd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Back to throw here. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll get this down to the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 10 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Squeeze. Ready.
To throw again, Warner. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Again, it's Charles. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Coming right, this is Charles. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Looking to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Exit. Right there. 54.
Second and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's go. 60 or. 54. Right 54. Run. Check 52. Check 37. Hey, Sam on. Check. Shit. Deuce. Hard. Snap.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. On second down now, Dickerson. Past the 20, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Got it.
Let's go.
80 weapon.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Big rip.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
60 outlaw.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Pick it up. Rock it. 2.
On third down, Warner. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
On the ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
Down. 18 Gator.
Come on.
Hey, exit.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Back to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Browns, first down.
Come on.
This
set.
quarterback
30
now,
base.
5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, Nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 37. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying the magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Hey, Delta.
Now a 1st down throw. Warner to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Shoot.
Throwing again. Warner. His throw caught at about the 5. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his 1st catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
He gets his 1st catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the 1st catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Now Warner. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. from 3 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Rip right, rip right. SOS.
This is Charles. And some space here. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will shave one more off this lead.
26, Browns 14. Bosher is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
He's not going to get me.
Warner to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Pilot, 64, weak. Watch the edge. Slam, slam, slam. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball. that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Browns on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
70, Indy.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Go, go.
Mike 52. Mike 52. Let's go, tackle. Let's go.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Warner. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Greedy Williams picks it off. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On the run, it's Charles. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 1. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center later.
It has to, and I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. 55 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Focus, defense, focus.
Hey, echo.
91 is the money. I'm trying to collect. Check that.
2nd and 3.
Let's go,
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, come. Let's go, let's go. Shoot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, team 6, team 6. Mike part 2, Mike part 2. Hey, pick your game up. Mike 50.
To throw again, Warner. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
I'm letting you know right now, you better.
Hey, Zoo. Let's go.
To throw, Warner. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So that'll back them up 5.
Come on, fellas.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Tight right. Alone. 3 down. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 15 yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, Wahoo! You're not ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for L.A., the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far, and they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 mils a week after. Die from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. At any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep for your bro, where your post, your poppin', your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the fly the field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, it's to get rich or dead. Try, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel.
championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got